What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast presented by Bet Rivers. Make sure you guys download the Bet Rivers app or go to www.betrivers.com. You know, you must be 21 years or older to play. It's Saturday. You know what we do. We place bets, we cash checks. The Kentucky Derby ran, and somebody came up smelling like roses. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get into it. Let's go.
Yeah.
First String Podcast. Yeah. Q Danny. Dre on the beat. You know. Yeah. What's your favorite squad? Tell me who you going with. First String Podcast. Yeah, we keep it lit. We got the latest updates. We don't pump fake. Like, comment, share it. We don't care. Feel free to hate. We got great guests. Join us. You should chime in. Houdini on the intro for the time being. Lady A, representing Washington. Pick Washington, everything Washington. Aunt Mo coming out of Dallas, you know the business. Said, them Georgia Bulldogs ain't quitting. Yeah, if you ain't watching sports, you ain't living. About to get my mattress Mac on, about to bet $1 million. Bet $1 million. Let's talk about it. We all grown and cool, we can talk about it. Before we hit the news, we gon' talk about it. Oh, you wanna bet? Let's pop a bottle bow. Yeah.
Back to First String Podcast presented by Bet Rivers. Make sure you guys download the Bet Rivers app or go to www.betrivers.com. You must be 21 years or older to play. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alerts for new notifications for new content. And just like this, give us that good thumbs up. Leave comments, like, subscribe, chat. We in here. All right, listen. Things are a little strange. We're a little close. Say it. Get in here, sir.
What's up, man?
It's your mic. It's not my mic.
My mic is turned all the way down. No, my mic is turned down.
But you can hear me.
Of course, you're standing right there. Duh, I can hear you through mine.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I can hear both of y'all, and you got the echo. Say it sounds clear as day.
No.
No. Go
in the settings and turn echo cancellation off.
It is off. When you got this super mic like say guys.
It's turned down, big. See, look. See? See right there?
Hold on. Even though I hear Sid in the other room, he sounds clear. That's
bruh. My voice carries, but don't carry like that. All right, it's the first Saturday of the month. Let's get our guests in here. Dump Truck Dom tells us some man where's the match. What up, Doug?
Make memories, not excuses.
Make memories, not excuses. I like it. Man.
You sound like Soundwave, man, from the Transformers.
Oh, that's your computer player. Hold on a second.
Ravage, eject. You're perfectly clear, Sid. You sound the best.
That's because Sid is coming through my computer.
I'm not saying that.
What's wrong with you?
I have to be saying to your computer.
My bad. Sid's mic is picking up my voice.
You all right beside each other? Are the mics pointed towards somebody?
He's right there.
He's right there.
Turned all the way down. It is literally turned all the way down.
Look. First off, hey, listen, I gotta send a shout out to my girl Valerie.
What? I get
trying to talk low, but I gotta send a shout out to Val. Appreciate you for doing that. Listen, we got bets we gotta make, and this is terrible.
I bet you wish you was a Transformer, right?
Why don't you try to switch to your phone?
Yo, I'm about to switch to This terrible.
You switch to your phone.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because then I can't control everything I need to control. Well, you know what? I can. Hold on, give me a second.
Do you have two microphones on? That's what it sounds like.
No.
Say it.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm trying to make an adjustment just like you, my brother. So we can make sure we can try to get this clear as possible. Do y'all hear the echo now?
Nope. No echoes.
I still
All too fixed.
Your echo. But in the meantime, let's say what's up to the people in the chat. Bruce Glass, good evening, everyone. Darius Wiley, look at you, man. You coming to hang around. There's no Lady A tonight, so sorry to disappoint you there, brother.
Wow.
Clarence Colley. Because Clarence Colley, a.k.a. Droopy, is in the building. Good evening.
You want me to put the headphones on? So I mean, it's the mic is
My man, Droopy. All the way from Bowie High School.
Hold on.
Bowie High alumni.
Man had a big, what hat name?
Huh?
I know they call you Dump Truck Don. I want to give you a hat name. What can we do?
What you got? With the Mad Hatter?
All right.
Raiden? Finish him.
I like that too.
Hey, we got bets we got to make. So let's get right into this, okay?
You sound good. You fixed it, whatever it is. Using your phone, ain't you?
It's really not. It's really not fixed.
You sound clear. It sounds great now.
And I can't even hear you.
What? What?
You're yelling.
What?
Bits.
Oh, wow.
First Three Podcast, we bring in these lines. They come from Bet Rivers. Make sure you guys download the Bet Rivers app or go to www.betrivers.com. You must be 21 years or older to play. Y'all know what frustration look like?
Yes, on your face.
Let's talk about this first line. We got Golden State and the Lakers in game number 3. The Lakers were just interested in the last.
I don't even have a sound up here. I don't even have a sound up.
The Lakers look disinterested in game number 3. Yeah, now it's not feeding back. All right. They look disinterested in game number 3. The Warriors came out and did everything that they wanted to do. Clay had a heck of a game. Anthony Davis might as well not have been on the court. Exactly. Now let's see if we can get the Lakers back on the road at home, or we'll go to State, take a commanding 2-1 lead in the Forum Center. Let's look at the line. The line is plus 3.5 for Golden State. Plus 3.5 at minus 112. And their money line is plus 135. The Lakers are minus 3.5 at minus 109. Their money line is minus 159. The over-under set at 228.5. The over is minus 113 and the under is minus 108. All right, Sid, come off mute, bro. Who you got?
You the Lakers money line.
All right, Sid's taking the Lakers money line. And who you got?
Go to State plus 3.5, please.
Golden State plus the 3.5. All right.
I'm dying
Don.
on that hill.
Yeah, I see. Hey, Don, we usually let our guests go first, but I was a little frustrated. My apologies to you, bro. Who you
I'm
got
not
here?
worried about that, man. I think Golden State's going to win. 3 points extra? Yeah.
So give Don Golden State plus the 3.5. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
And, all right, and I'm going with the Lakers. I'm going money line here, minus the 159. Because if they win this thing, they really gonna pull it out by the skin of their teeth.
About hook about crook, kind of like what happened with Sacramento back in the days.
Some just like that. Now that game kicks off in about 15 minutes. Tips off in 15 minutes. All right, the next game we're looking at here is tomorrow. And I think I put this in there wrong. I think this game is in Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
this
in
game
Phoenix.
is in Phoenix. I actually put it in there wrong, but the line is correct.
Phoenix
got
versus
Phoenix.
is correct.
Ooh, okay, well, you got Phoenix at plus 3.5 at minus 113. Their money line is plus 135. You have the Denver Nuggets at minus 3.5 at minus 108, and their money line is minus 159. The over under is set at 227. The over is minus 110, and the under is minus 110. There, Don. Phoenix looks totally outmatched because the lack of defense that they play.
Or lack of depth.
The lack of depth as well. DeAndre Ayton is not slowing down the Joker. The Murray looks like the next person to have a 50-plus game. Who you got, Don?
I got the Denver Nuggets. Give me the points.
Denver Nuggets and the points.
Yeah.
You laying 3.5. All right. Got you. Say it. Who you got?
What?
Oh, no, you muted. Say it.
I'm gonna take Phoenix and steal one at plus 3.5.
All right.
So hold on, guys. Fill me in. This series started in Denver, correct?
Yes,
So they're in Phoenix.
they're in Phoenix.
But Phoenix is no. I'm saying so they not so Denver isn't favored.
No, Denver is favored.
That's what's confusing. Okay. All right. I don't feel comfortable laying that 3.5 for Denver. I don't understand why they're favored, and they just lost. I mean, Devin Booker and them just dropped 70 the last game. You know what?
That's why. No.
Yeah,
You know-
Phoenix won the last game.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, now you can't depend on that, but I'm bumping. I'm gonna do it. Give me Denver on the money line. I'm gonna just take them on the money line. That's a confusing line. I can't lie to you. That stumps
Yeah,
me.
that's because I messed it up.
No, you didn't mess it up. The graphics
Mine-
department, the graphics department stay moving around. Who knows? My daughter probably did the graphics this week. It's all good. We just the graphics department. We always soliciting new help.
Was that the baby that did it? Was it the baby,
Yeah.
the youngest one? Yeah.
I forgot. No, it was Ava. Ava's more savvy. So what we got? What's next?
Hold on, wait. I got to make my pick, but I got to go back on. Yeah, so the series is 2-1. Yeah, it's 2-1. I messed up on the graphics. Hey, I remember Suns and 4 guy last year? Say it, mute. Remember Suns and 4 guy last year? The dude that was whooping everybody up in the stands. Suns and 4 beating them down.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not worried about that dude. We're not worried about that dude. Give me I'm laying the 3.5 with Denver to come back and smack the crap out of these guys. And you are the hardest typer I ever heard before. All right, next game. All right, we got hockey. Yes, sir. We got the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Knights. Now, this series right here, woo, that's all I can say really, because playoff hockey is like so much fun. The puck luck that you have, it is ridiculous.
Ask the Boston Bruins.
How about that? And actually, right now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to take this one down because when I looked, this game is already in progress. Right? I thought I was grabbing this game for tomorrow, but it's actually in progress right now, and Edmonton is up 4-0, so I'm taking this game down. So the next one we're gonna go to is say it. A little soccer.
Sake.
We got Newcastle taking on Arsenal tomorrow. This game goes off pretty early, but you know when we bring you soccer, it's plus money everywhere. All right, so we got Newcastle at plus 148. The tie is plus 270. We got Arsenal at plus 165. The over under is minus. The over under is 2.5 at minus 157 for the over, minus 125 for the under. All right, Sid, I know you like to kick it. Who you got?
Go ahead and give me Arsenal for plus 165.
Sid likes Arsenal at the plus 165 and
Give me the tie for plus 270.
the tie from plus 270.
Le tie.
Right. Okay, Don, who you got?
I don't know anything about soccer. I don't know. I don't like castles. I don't like new castles, old castles.
What about White Castle?
No. I'm sorry. That's a Texas thing. I don't like that food either.
Not a White Castle. Not a Texas
that's
thing.
not Texas. That's New York. That's New York and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like that crap. So yeah, give me the Arsenal on that one.
Arsenal. Okay. Me myself, I'm actually going with Newcastle on this one at the plus 148. Next game we have is soccer. We got West Ham versus Manchester United. All right, so Man U, as y'all know, is one of those powerful teams over in the Premier League, but so is West Ham. All right, so let's look at this line. We got West Ham at plus 265. The tie, again, is plus 270. Manchester is plus 100 on this game right here, with the over-under still being 2.5. The over is minus 143, and the under is plus 117. All right, Don. Who you got?
I've heard of the Manchester United, so I'm going with them.
You going Manchester United?
I ain't never heard of West Ham.
All right, okay.
And I don't like pork, so yeah, screw that.
You don't like? All right. And who you got?
I've heard of both of these teams actually. Familiar with soccer. I'm gonna go with Manchester U just because I think they've by and large have been the more dominant team. West Ham, if I'm not mistaken, has been kind of a bottom feeder team. If I'm wrong, don't judge me. Don't say a word because I will come for you.
Say it.
You what? Pause.
I said come for you. That is not a pause.
Going with the tie.
I don't want that.
Say it's taking a towel on this one.
Done.
I got you, Don. I got you. Right. Hey, so say it. Give me Man U at plus the 100. I also like this game for my part of my parlay. So I do also like the under. So I like Man U. I like the under, and then the other game that I like is the Lakers money line. So that's my 3-team parlay for y'all this week.
Oh, you got a parlay, okay?
Yeah, that's my 3-team parlay right there. All right, so listen, we're gonna start to have Don here on the first Saturday of every month. Don's gonna bring us some crazy topics, and today Don said he wanted to talk about the NBA draft. So what is it about? I'm sorry, the NFL draft. What is about the NFL draft that you would like to talk about?
I think Washington has a strong commitment to mediocrity, and yes, not just the football team, but the basketball team as well. I don't care who the Wizards pick; it's always a project. They're like the in-league developmental squad. They pick project players, get them some experience, and then ship them off to somebody. I don't know, like the Lakers. Like what Troy Brown and Rui Hachimura, that's what they do. But yeah, back to the football team. I found this magazine, Lindy Sports Pro Football Draft, and I looked at some of the players that they talked about the ones who got drafted by Washington. I was like, gee, who are the comparable players? Who are they comp these guys to? I've seen one guy. This is turn the page. This is the quarterbacks. They didn't pick any quarterbacks. They did pick a running back. Find his joint. Where is he? Daggone it! I know I circled his name on this joint. Is there another page? Nope. Wide receivers. Lou Nichols.
What position? What position are you talking about, Don?
They drafted a running back.
You talking
Chris
about
Rodriguez.
Gonzalez?
No,
No,
yeah,
Rodriguez. My bad. Rodriguez.
Chris Rodriguez. Yeah, they drafted him, and they say his pro comp is Brian Robinson. So he drafted another guy to be like the other guy. He's got so basically saying he's not going to run away from anybody. He's going to run you over, but he won't get far after that, supposedly. Yeah, the guard that they drafted, or guard tackle, whatever they want to call it. What was his name? McCray or not McCray? Braden Daniels. No, Braden Daniels. Yeah, his pro comp is Gerald Hawkins.
Who is that?
Who was that?
He plays for the Saskatchewan Roughriders in the CFL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I want right there. Yeah, somebody plays. That's your comp. CFL.
Well, I think that kid may actually be a guest on the show here soon, so we want to take it real easy on that one.
Hey, hopefully he does better than that. You know, he got drafted. I never heard of Gerald Hawkins before, but yeah, I don't make this stuff up, man. The defensive ends they got. Hold it, the center, Ricky Stromberg. They did say he was great at pulling and trapping. Stromberg's violent approach and leg drive will shock opponents when he gets some steam built up and unloads on the second level. I like that. His comp is Chase Roulier,
Who we just cut.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Chase, the thing about Chase though is Chase was
hurt.
hurt, and if you
Yeah.
hurt, then you're not available.
Yeah, your best ability is availability.
Right.
So, yeah. But yeah, they got him down as Chase Roulier. I'm like, wow, that's okay because I like Chase Roulier, but it is what it is. Those defensive ends we got to. They drafted. Where is the guy? He's ranked kind of low on this magazine here. Defensive ends. KJ Henry. They ranked him 20th out of all the defensive ends. This is pro comp is Tyreek Smith.
So basically, you're not happy with the draft picks that we selected. So who would you have?
I'm
Okay,
just
go ahead.
trying to let you. Let's see how I put this. Basically, what I'm saying is, people get excited about these things, and I just want to bring it back down to earth just a little bit. Not talking trash about nobody, but just bring it down in the middle. The middleman. This is no hate, like G from the shop would say. This is more along the lines of, just what everybody else sees. Because when you're fans of teams, sometimes you want to think the best. We got the best, and sometimes you just don't have the best, and you just have like mediocre. And that's what it seems like to me. Not that these guys are mediocre, but I wasn't impressed with the draft. I was like,
Well, how can you judge a draft right now when
nobody played the game?
They haven't suited up. They haven't done anything. We still got to go through OTAs. We still got to go through rookie minicamp, veteran minicamp. Then they get a month
Preseason.
off. Yeah, preseason, lots of injuries, things like that, and then we get into the season. So, are you like basically what I'm asking is this? Is like, yeah, everybody's supposed to be excited. It's like the start of a new, right? Everybody has a chance in baseball come opening day, and everybody's competitive. and then you start playing the games, and quickly you see the teams that are non-competitive. You see the teams that don't have a shot. Right now, today, every team has a shot. So you're supposed to be excited. Now, are there concerns with players that you may not think they're going to fit your scheme? Which is one of the things where everybody is like, Emmanuel Forbes. We got Emmanuel Forbes, and everybody wanted Gonzalez. Maybe they said Gonzalez doesn't fit the scheme. Maybe he hasn't gone up against the tough competition, the wide receivers that come out of the SEC. Maybe they like the way he was in the media. Maybe they tested him and he wasn't picking up things quickly. So if you want to nitpick about some of that stuff, I can agree with you. But as far as, because this person, his comp is in the Canadian Football League, maybe that guy never got a shot at the pros, because a lot of that is we invest in draft picks. With people that get tryouts, they got to work twice as hard. With people that are undrafted free agents, got to work twice as hard. You know what I mean? And what you got?
Yeah, definitely think kind of putting the cart before the horse a little bit. I mean, listen, we're talking about a team, and my team, who drafted a guy, Mozzie Smith and Shooneymaker. I have no clue about either one of these guys, but we have to let the due process take place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And then we get surprises every year. You know what I'm saying? A guy who wasn't expected to do much, and they shoot up the depth chart. Somebody gets hurt, and then their life has changed. They're a Pro Bowler. I mean, Jason Peters. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's going to be him. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, a guy switched total positions and became a Hall of Famer. So stuff like that, especially with the draft, we got to let the due process take place. I mean, I hope all of your, but listen, let's be clear. I hope all of your picks suck, but we don't, but we don't know. So we just gotta let it take place. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, say it. And is not shy to show his sunny disposition towards the Commanders.
I mean, Don's right to be concerned. I mean, you believe that your team's evaluating to bring the best person in at the position that they need at a time. And they're always curveballs, but they say they always say they are evaluating everybody at all the time. But it just sometimes when you see some of these picks according to what you need or what you did need, and they go off into a different direction. So then you're not bashing the player, but you're bashing the evaluation process. Personally from the Atlanta Falcons, I can understand, because we already had a draft pick come out and say that the head coach told him he was boring. So what is their evaluation of players at that time?
Yeah,
it makes you question, makes you wonder.
I saw that. Okay, listen. I got Hawk TV's comment up right now. Didn't do anything to catch up to the Eagles.
No.
I like where your head is, and I like the way you say that, right? But my question back to you is, which team in the NFC did anything to catch up to the Eagles?
That's not a good.
Last year, no. Don't forget that last year they were in the Super Bowl. Not only in the Super Bowl, they were winning the Super Bowl, right? And then they had a top 10 pick.
Okay, that's not a good. That's a horrible question, only because that doesn't matter. Like, it would be different if you're asking about the playoff teams. We're not even talking about a playoff team, and that's no shot. But I'm saying Washington needs to first focus on making it to the playoffs first.
No,
I get it.
Hold on. Is what team in the NFC? The whole NFC, because it's literally people are saying Philly. Philly's going to represent the NFC.
You can argue San Francisco is going to be right back there. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how their draft lines up, I'm not going to act like I'm super privy to what they did. They don't even need much if you really look at their team. You know what I'm saying? For them, it's about a lot of retooling. Exactly. So I'm saying that, and I mean, I don't think we're great because of our quarterback, but you're talking about the Cowboys, same difference. You know, we don't know how these drafts are going to pan out. They said that we had the best free agency move. So I don't know if anybody necessarily caught up to the Eagles. That's not what I'm saying. But the same team that dominated on defense, dominated the run game, that's the reason that they actually end up losing in the Super Bowl is because they didn't do neither one of those things when it mattered most. So I understand the whole hoopla around the Eagles, and they did great. But I could argue that they needed to go get Jalen. It's not It's not a passively cool thing that they did because they didn't get a sack in the Super Bowl, for crying out loud.
Okay, but hold on. Who's playing quarterback for 49ers?
It hasn't mattered. They still have got there. That's my point.
The quarterback that got them into the playoffs is hurt. He won't be able to throw. And then Trey Lance, what has he shown anybody that makes you think that he can do what Purdy did?
The Trey Lance thing I talked about when he got drafted. I'm like, you playing 10 games at a small school, and this is you jumping up to the third pick in the draft to get a guy who played 10 games for a no-name college like what, North Dakota State or something like that. I'm like, seriously? And he did all right up there, but this is not the SEC. This is not the Big Ten, and this is what you're putting all your barrel, your everything in this barrel, and he's done nothing but get hurt. I'm like,
listen. I know it's going to be Brock Purdy or Trey Lance. But again,
what's that?
Brock Purdy.
Somebody else?
Brock Purdy is hurt.
Sam Darnold might start the season.
Well, but my point, Pick, is this: even without a quarterback, that team is still very comparable to the Eagles already. That's all. I mean, San Francisco. They're already comparable to the Eagles without a quarterback. We don't know what they're going to get at quarterback, but they're still going to be a contender like they've been the last 3 to 4 years. They're one of the most consistent teams in the NFL at this point, barring having a quarterback or not. So you can't necessarily just think that the Eagles are so for leaps and bounds. Jalen is a great pickup, but let's see how does he come in and he's a phenom off top, or does he have some learning curves? We don't know. So that's all I'm saying.
And that's why we're gonna play the game.
What is running back and what is running back gonna actually look like? You got rid of Miles Sanders,
but guess who they picked up?
DeAndre Swift.
Yes, Ed, let him know.
Detroit.
He stays hurt though.
But they also have the other back.
Who?
They have 4 running backs.
Yeah, they got backs.
Okay, and they still lost the Super Bowl with the lead. That's all I'm saying.
They didn't have no one pick. I mean, they didn't have 4 backs last year. They have signed 4 backs this year.
But I hear you on that. But what I'm saying is, they didn't use them when they should have, and that's why they lost the Super Bowl. In my honest opinion,
different offensive coordinators year too. So you don't know. That's the thing about the Eagles at this point right now. You don't know how the defense is going to look. New defensive coordinator. You don't know how the offense is going to look. New offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So we don't know, but what we do know is they signed 4 stars.
Yeah.
And Trey Lance he only played 1 game the year before he got drafted.
That's right. Hey, the stats and facts, my man. Listen, Hawk TV just said he don't think that we surpassed the Lions. How can you surpass the team that beat you last year?
And they made some great moves. I'm sorry.
They beat us last year. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about winning a division first, or being competitive in your division, and your coaches know that you're supposed to be competitive in your division. Like playing the correct quarterback versus the New York Giants. Like not leaving a defensive end one-on-one with a tight end that can't block. And how about this one? The Giants tied us and beat us last year, and their wide receiver core had who on it?
Nobody.
That's what great coaching will do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They had the cheat code over y'all just for that alone. You know what I'm saying? Because the talent is. I was going to say the talent's comparable, but y'all actually clearly had the advantage of receiver. But that coach, Brian Daboll, knows exactly what he's doing over there. So,
coaching matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because Ron Rivera's not it, Jeff. He had a winning season since 2017, Joe.
I hear you, Mo.
2017. 2017. That's a long time ago. He had a winning season since 2017. Do I gotta say that again? It's like the preacher at church. You know? Y'all don't hear me.
Did he hit us with the preaching?
2017. I mean, he had a winning season. You know? That's ridiculous. And he's a great coach. No, he's not. He's mediocre. And you put more on his plate to find players. And this play, oh my God, man!
And you know what saves him that 15-1 season?
Can't draft a linebacker to save his life. He played linebacker.
He played linebacker.
The coordinator is a linebacker, but they draft 2 linebackers in the 4 years, and it was Khaleke Hudson and Jamin Davis. And I think we all knew that. Toothpick, you know, when the draft came up. When they drafted Jamin Davis, I was calling for Nick Bolton. Period.
All day.
And they drafted Jamin Davis, like, who? Out of where? Kentucky? Okay. So when they got the guy, he had a good year last year. A lot better than his rookie year. But you know who had a better year? Nick Bolton. I think
Is that the one that slammed his helmet?
No, Nick Bolton's the one that scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Almost 2. Yeah.
The defensive player. Okay, listen. We left a little meat on the bone from the week. And this is where we come back and we clean our plate. So one of the topics that we had for the week that we didn't get to was the over-unders are out post-draft. So since I have the Cowboys up right now, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you right now. The Cowboys number is 9.5. It's
standard.
It's 9.5. It's minus 143 for the over, plus 115 for the under. So, Ant, this is your squad. Let me know what you think. Over or under?
Man, that under is some good money. I'm not gonna lie to you, just because I think Washington's gonna be better with Eric. The Eagles are the Eagles. And the Giants clearly got better. I could see us losing 2 games that we won last year. What was our record? 12-.
That includes playoff wins.
Well, can I do a push?
Can you do a push?
Listen, man, I think I say over on 9.5 though. I do. Even if it's just 10, I see them winning 10 games. I think the division ends up being being this year what we didn't know it would be last year. You know, it ends up continuing to be the NFC beast. You know what I'm saying? Because for years it was the toughest division in football. So, you know, I do think 9.5 is definitely, they'll go over that.
All right, don't forget that the NFC East plays
AFCs.
The AFC East, you got the Bills, the Dolphins,
Jets,
the Patriots, the Jets. So, and then we got the AFC West.
I ain't scared of none of them.
We got the Arizona Cardinals, the San Diego Chargers, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks.
Why you gonna throw the Chargers in there? They're the AFC West.
What division did you just call out, Joe?
My bad. AFC and NFC, Joe? No, I said my bad. Yeah, the NFC. The NFC.
So who's the team that replaces the
Chargers?
The Chargers. 49ers?
My bad. No. It's Arizona, San Francisco.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, the 49ers replaced him.
And then it is
the Rams.
Why can't I think of the fourth? There we go, the Rams. Thank you. Good night, man. This ear thing is really throwing me off right now.
But you know the thing, John, is you never know what Patriots team is going to show up. They went heavy on defense, and we know that's Belichick's bread and butter. You know, he could almost have that quarterback be as bus driver as he wants to be, and still win if his defense is souped up the way that he likes to use it. Like he's not the
Buffalo
same,
game?
huh?
The Buffalo game when he ran the ball and like passed the ball like what, 3 or 4 times all game.
Exactly. That he can win. He can win like that. He's not the same as having Tom, but he clearly has a system in place that is conducive to success. So,
All right. Say it. You're up next. The Atlanta Falcons. Here's their number. The Atlanta Falcons. They said they got them at 8.5 at plus 110, under 8.5 at minus 136. We're going over or under, sir.
They're gonna go over 8.
So they gotta go 9.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I give them 10-7 this year.
Wait, what?
are you for real?
Yeah.
Okay, man. I'm done.
Did you caught that too?
Say it after drinking the Holy Communion.
So we're gonna beat Atlanta anyway.
Y'all don't hear me.
You say y'all what?
Y'all don't hear me.
Atlanta anyway, so.
No, so are you having second thoughts about the draft? Do you think the coaching just will get better?
I just looked at the teams supposed to play next year.
Okay. So weaker schedule.
Give you an example. First year
Jacksonville.
quarterback, Green Bay. Houston. You got Tennessee. You got the Colts. Panthers got a first year quarterback. The Saints. Tampa Bay is going to have a first year quarterback. We got the Commanders. We got Arizona.
Yeah, is that a win?
So, like I said, 10-7.
Commanders a win? Is that what you were saying?
Last year.
That's a fact.
The disrespect
You
is
watch the
real.
same game I watch, Ant.
Ain't no disrespect.
The
Yes, I do.
disrespect
You watch
is
the
real.
same game I watch, right?
Yes,
Ant?
run the ball.
Right? You watch the same game I watch, right?
Yes.
What was
That
Mariota thinking?
happened. That happened twice, and that happened twice. That also happened in the Chicago game. Stop
Wait a
playing.
minute. Let's not forget
Well,
Jacksonville.
hold on. Listen, hold on, wait. Listen. When I tell you the disrespect is real, I mean it. I just said Washington did not beat the Giants and they had no receivers. Now, when you add their receivers this year and the receivers they'll get back from injury, what makes you think that we could beat them again? But now y'all been disrespectful because y'all just saying, "Oh, we should have beat y'all, so we're going to beat y'all this year." That's disrespectful.
That ain't disrespectful.
You gotta,
That's the truth.
hey, say it. To beat a man, you got to beat the man.
That's the truth. That
You
ain't
haven't
disrespectful.
beaten the man.
Mariota.
You ain't the man.
The man is ain't the man, Jeff.
Hey, what are you talking about?
When it comes,
They not the
okay,
man.
let me ask
Not
you
the
something. Let me ask
man.
When he threw the
No.
interception, that pick? What
When was
yard
it-
line was Mariota when he threw that pick?
you, when was the
He
last
threw
time
the
Atlanta
second-
beat Washington?
What yard line was he on when he threw that pick?
Okay, when was
we
the
was at the end zone on y'all side about to score. That
Yep.
pick seals the game. Again, like I
Yep.
said.
okay? So
and-
when
and-
was the last time Atlanta beat Washington?
I don't know.
And
That long ago?
forget that though, John. It doesn't matter. They didn't lose because of their defense. They lost because of their offense. You don't throw the ball inside the 5. Run the ball. You got Patterson. You got the rookie kid. Like run the ball. That's what.
1,000-yard rush.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't have anything to do with Bieniemy. Hopefully, he gives y'all ability to put up points so that it's not close. But that's I mean, listen, quiet as kept. Atlanta was a pretty decently coached team as well. They just were
Yeah, they
bare in
were.
certain positions. So it's not far-fetched to believe when you add somebody like a Bijan, and if those, the offensive players that they did pick up for that line, if they perform and Ritter gets a little bit better, they could be a 4. I mean, it's not outrageous what Sid is saying about them going 10-7 either. You know
No,
what I'm
it's
saying?
pretty outrageous.
No, it's not
No, it's
because we both know that
Friends
there
of
are
schedule.
there are 2 teams that get in the playoffs every year and 2 teams that are coming out. That's just
Yeah.
how it goes. So, maybe y'all get in this year, maybe y'all don't.
Double-digit wins.
Yeah. All right.
How many did y'all have this past year?
8.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
y'all could have been as much as y'all could have been at 10. Y'all also could have been at 5, according to me and Sid's recollection.
7-9,
Yeah.
7-9, 8-8-1.
Yeah,
Under
come
Rivera.
on now. Under Rivera, we're going 500 or worse every time. So
The ceiling and the floor are right beside each other. It's a small area.
That's claustrophobic, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Man, ain't no roller
Yeah,
coasters here, man.
like you got to leave the facility so you can think. That's how tight it is. Look, okay, the Commanders. Like you just ran off the schedule. You just ran off the schedule. I mean, the what we have been the last 3 years under Rivera, which is mediocre. Everybody in the NFL is predicting the Commanders to finish in like 30th spot out of 32 teams, behind like
to.
Houston. And hey, listen, it is what it is.
In order to get Caleb Williams, they're gonna have to.
Exactly.
They plan for it.
But the over under is set at 6.5. 6.5.
What 6 teams are they beating?
It's gonna be pretty hard for me to pick it out, but as they say, on any given Sunday,
Pause, John.
on any given Sunday, anybody can be beat. Now, 6.5 for the over is minus 157, and the under is plus 125. Plus 125 for the under here. If we don't win 6 games, I don't think we got to worry about Eric Bieniemy next year being our new head coach.
What I would like to see happen is the team suck, but the offense look good, and they say, you know what, Ron, we're going to move you to another position and let Eric Bieniemy become the head coach.
Said the fix just let me tell you something. These guys, man, the fix just stays in. They just look. They were rooting against Carson from the beginning.
Rooting? He wasn't about rooting against Carson Wentz. That dude was trash when he was in Philly his last year. I remember that. He was the worst quarterback in the football game. He was leading the league in interceptions before they pulled him for Jalen Hurts. Do you not remember that? He was horrible that last year. And then they shipped him off to the Colts. And he had a somewhat better season statistically, but he ain't got it, Joe. He was just nah, man. And when he came here, I'm like, this is Fitzpatrick all over again. Just find somebody. No, it's not gonna work, Joe. So,
hey, and John, I gotta be Lady A in this moment. Go to the corner, sir. We ain't dealing with these foolery that you put in this chat.
I didn't even highlight that.
Take it how you want it, though, sir.
We find out Lady A texting you telling you to put John in the corner.
Right. Hey, you tripping, Joe?
All right. Listen, I don't know, man. Don, how many wins do you give us?
You said, is it 6.5?
6.5.
6.
That is
Ron Rivera. This is Ron Rivera. He's going to extend training camp all the way into mid-October, Joe. That's what he does.
That is not okay. Listen, I talked to Doc today, and said, "Don, y'all know we've had Doc on our podcast many times, right?
Didn't sound happy.
How many times has someone said something to Doc that fires Doc up?
Oh boy.
Well, today,
every 10 minutes.
When I talk to no, Doc doesn't easily get fired up. I mean, I'm talking like excited in the way that you're talking, right? So today, when I talked to Doc was talking about the charity event they had on Thursday night, the Fight for Kids. Mm-hmm. And he was with some of the hockey players from the Washington Capitals, and they don't like the fact that they didn't make the playoffs this year. And they said, we don't like it. We're not accepting this. Wait till next year. You're going to see what we're going to do. We're going to come out and kick a lot of,
You don't hear that from the Washington football team.
That was exactly my point. You don't hear that from the Washington Commanders, and you don't hear it from the Wizards.
The Wizards, please. What have they ever done? They won 50 games in almost 50 years.
Exactly. 2 teams that are literally okay with being mediocre.
The middle of mediocrity. That's what they say.
Right. So today, the Doc, I said, we want to keep players that scored 2 touchdowns in one game, but they haven't done anything else. The Wizards
De'Ami
are
Brown?
okay with players scoring 25 one game out of 86.
Denny Avdia.
Like, when are we going to stop accepting that and move on from these players because they're not productive? I said, but more than that, though, it's the coaches. They keep putting them back out on the field, football field, basketball court. It doesn't matter. If they're not giving you everything that you demand from them and they're not being productive, why are we sticking with them? Let them go. But the coaches have to know the situations as well. You got to know that if we don't win this game, we could be eliminated from the playoffs. You got to know, hey, I need to challenge this play because this could be a game-changing play right here. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't a fumble. That was a fumble. Let's challenge that so we can get the ball back. Come on, man. It's so many things that need to change in both of these organizations, basketball and football for Washington, so that they can make it back to being competitive in their division. Because you can't think about going to the playoffs without winning your division or being competitive in your division. 6 wins? Hell no, dog. Give me the under. And that's not because.
Man,
That's not because I don't believe. I don't believe. That's not because I don't believe in Sam Howell. That's not because I don't believe in Sam Howell. I literally, I really do believe in Sam Howell, and I'm trying to figure out how is it that if this kid would have came out in 2020, if he was eligible to come out in 2020, he would have been a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Right, top 10 pick, Heisman Trophy candidate, and all that. You lose all of your weapons, and all of a sudden you fall to the 5th round in a terrible quarterback class, where somebody drafted Malik Willis, and they drafted his replacement already this year.
Dude, I told people Malik Willis was not going to be it, Joe, because he was coming out of Liberty, and Liberty didn't put nobody out there like that. Who did Washington get from Liberty? Antonio Gandy Golden? Really? There's a lineage of people that come from Liberty that just don't do it. It's like you drafting these USC quarterbacks thinking they're going to be it, and you get your Sam Darnold, all right?
So, folks, hold on. I just want to say the express thoughts of Toothpick on this show are just cap. It ain't even nothing that we don't endorse. There's no way. Hold on. No. Let's be clear here. After one impressive air quote win by Sam Howell against the Dallas Cowboys, who made it to the second round of the playoffs, everybody and their mama was ready to jump on the bandwagon and talk about how Sam Howell's a guy. On top of that, you guys clearly have a good defense, and you did attempt to retool in some areas through the draft and free agency, including getting Eric Bieniemy.
Hey,
You cannot get me to believe that you firmly and truly believe that this team is going to win less than 6 games. I'm not buying it.
Help me out. Are we going to beat the Dolphins?
I don't know.
And come on, man.
I don't know.
You literally just sat over here and told, and wasn't even 30 minutes ago, but said that the San Francisco 49ers, who we don't know who their quarterback is, could possibly be challenging Philly for the NFC.
What they got to do with the Dolphins or y'all, though?
We know that they got Tyreek Hill. We know that they have the Penguin Waddle.
Well, you just picked up a guy in the draft that in the first round. On top of y'all already had a decent guy. Like, what are we talking about? Let's not make it seem like this is just a clear cut. You trying to sound like you're trying to take the humble road, and then if y'all win more, you're gonna be in here going crazy with your Rough Riders vest on. I always want us to go. I always want us to go over, but I'm being realistic right now. I'm literally being realistic, man. Buffalo, the Jets, the Patriots, Miami, San Fran. Wait a minute, hold on, because I can pick holes in your arguments. Is this not the same guy who, when I said I'll take Aaron Rodgers, he's oh no, that guy, okay, well, you're going to lose. This guy's over the hill. He's done, blah, 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 blah. So
No,
now we're going to
no,
act like the
I said-
Jets? We don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to show up there. I don't care how much contrition he sat up there and talked on in the press conference about.
First off,
Getting high in that,
Aaron
that,
Rodgers,
that room by himself.
Aaron Rodgers is a toxic ass dude.
Okay, so I ain't say that's a win
No.
for him.
But-
I
but
think
that
that's
team-
going to fall off.
But that team is talented, and that coach is a coach that don't take no BS either.
And the
So
Dolphins
the stuff that Aaron Rodgers is pulling in Green Bay, he's not gonna be able to pull with the Jets.
weren't the Dolphins unless they had Tua, who we also don't know if he can walk out of the locker room and slip, he could probably get another concussion. So we not buying.
And you dead wrong. You dead wrong.
No,
for
I'm
that
being serious. I'm being serious at this point.
Wrong
Stop-
for that
so any team you can go ahead and name the teams. I'll eat apart every argument that you're gonna try to make. The Washington Commanders are a halfway decent team to a
We
pretty
are.
good team. The problem is Ron Rivera is also
Bingo.
y'all's defensive coordinator.
Jack Del Rio, yeah.
He's
That's
not. That's
the
not the
problem right
guy.
there.
He's not the guy.
In the NFL, coaching matters. In the NFL, coaching matters. Right? When your head coach does not know the playoff scenarios, what does that mean? You have one of the worst coaches in the league. I'm pretty sure Ron is going to go to the front office and do great at the NFL headquarters. He can go do all the press that he wants. He can live a great, successful life talking about the game of football around the whole globe. But as far as being this mediocre coach, I'm sick of it. If you give us a Brian Daboll, I'm trying to tell you right now, 10 plus wins.
If you
Ron
give
Rivera
him a day, but you've never seen that man be a head coach. You can't assume that you're gonna get 4 or 5 more wins because he's a head coach. Y'all gotta pump the brakes. This guy ain't gonna go out there and turn Gatorade into wine. Okay?
Like, so Ron Rivera is all of a sudden going to change his stripes of being a mediocre coach?
Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all put that man in position. I'm just telling y'all, don't try to put all your hopes on a guy who's never been a head coach before either.
Wait. The Giants made the playoffs last year with a coach who was in his first year of the playoffs.
So you can pray yourself
Wow.
to Jesus Christ.
No. What I'm saying is, Brian Daboll, his attention to detail, I guarantee you, was 100% more than what Ron Rivera is doing. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna give you some excuses for Ron Rivera right now. Ron Rivera is playing. He's playing GM. He's dealing with cancer and all this stuff. He has a lot going on. But if you can't handle the position of being a head coach, you need to move on. And hold on, one more thing, Ant.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a present owner this year, do you think that Ron Rivera would still be our head coach right now?
Yes, we said that he still would, because that would mean that you would need to get a whole nother staff to come.
I just quit.
Man, sit down and pick that phone up. Listen, we already discussed this on the show. Said, for the only person who wants to be serious here, we had already said that it was going to be nearly impossible to get new ownership in there and do your draft and free agency. That was not feasible. So yes, they were at least going to give him one more year.
No, but my question is,
You're one of the main people who said that, though. I just want to point that out.
But my question was, if we had a present owner.
So you're not saying new ownership. You're just saying maybe if your present owner was actually cared about football instead of yachts and, massages. I don't know, because we've never seen it from that guy. But can we address what John is smoking? How can you take, once again, a guy who has never coached an offense by himself, let alone a team, and say you'll take him over a guy who clearly showed who clearly showed that he can execute and run a team?
I'm gonna answer that question for you, John. And thank
John
you for
Harbaugh?
letting me do this. Thank you.
Well, he didn't give you permission. You just said thank you.
John. No, I know he's giving me permission. Minnesota's head coach last year had never called plays for Sean McVay with the Rams. Minnesota was in the playoffs.
Minnesota was a pretender team as well, a very pretender team.
Did they make the playoffs?
They beat who was in front of them.
What does that mean? Come on,
Did
guys.
they make the
Come on,
playoffs?
guys. Y'all almost made the playoffs at like 7-9 or 8-8. Come on now, we ain't gonna do
the
that
question
now,
is
are
yes.
we?
It's a yes or no question.
No, it's not a yes or no. It's a you got to be real here.
Okay, and how many wins did they have?
Who?
Minnesota last year.
Like 13 or something? 14?
Double digit wins by a first year head coach that never called plays.
Ain't that a team that also wasn't they up by 30 or something and got smacked? Like
It don't
that was
matter, and they had-
my point is this though. There are teams that are gonna win. They get the luck of the draw. We talked about this. Remember their win differential. Hold on.
That big game you're talking about.
Don,
They came back and won that game.
Don, hold your horses now. Hold your truck. Hold your dump truck, okay? Now listen. That team, their point differential was like less than 2.
It was terrible.
It was less than 2. And we
Yeah, you're
said
right.
and history says that number 1, teams like that don't win for the
They
long
don't.
haul. And number 2,
Right.
the next year, they probably don't even make the playoffs. So I don't care about Kevin O'Connell and everything he did because he couldn't coach when it mattered to save his life. And let's not forget about his quarterback, who shouldn't probably be in the freaking NFL because he is a joke.
Okay,
Go ahead.
And I got another one for you. Green Bay's coach never called plays before he got that gig. Only thing he does is go to the playoffs. Last year he didn't, but the year before that they was in the playoffs.
You know somebody got to go, right?
And then last year broke his streak. You don't go to playoffs every year.
You know somebody got to go
Hey.
too.
Hey, and I'm just saying, just because you don't call plays offense or defense doesn't mean that you're not going to be a successful head coach. Look at the Baltimore head coach. He was a special teams coach.
Yeah, so was the other guy that was the coach for the Giants before too, right?
Well, we already talked about him. That's Brian
Yeah,
Daboll.
right.
Don,
Daboll was
No. Before Daboll.
the coach before
yes,
Daboll.
He was a special teams coach.
Judge,
But
Judge.
he was also
He
terrible.
He was also a
He
terrible
was
coach.
terrible.
He was
horrible.
He was
He
a
was
special teams coach.
But he
for
was
the
terrible.
Patriots.
But he was terrible.
Trash.
Wasn't
I
good.
know this.
So why are we bringing him up?
I'm giving you the floor and the ceiling. It don't matter if you calling plays or not. You got one special teams coach who's having a great time in Baltimore, and you got another guy in New York who was straight trash.
New name,
Never
Tequila.
played. Never played.
Don-
Never called the plays.
Don Julio Don.
Don Julio. Come on, Don, you got to help me out. Come on with the rain hat on that.
That didn't cut it, bud.
That did not work.
But my point is this, though, guys. So on a serious note, you can't look at Daboll. You can't look at Kevin McConnell or whatever his freaking
Why
name
not?
was. O'Connell. Because you just don't know if Eric Bieniemy's going to be that guy. That's
So you
still a
just gotta
very.
assume-
That's still a very
So you
small
saying that's-
percentage of coaches. Is what I'm
So
saying.
you're just saying we're going to assume that they're going to be terrible, so we never even going to give them an opportunity.
Did I say that? I never said assume they're going to be terrible. I'm saying stop assuming that they're going to step in and be the savior.
Robert Saleh.
No, we just saying give them an opportunity.
Yeah, but
Robert
y'all.
Saleh.
Everybody thought that Robert Saleh, yeah. Everybody thought that
He called
Daboll going to the Giants was like a terrible job for him. And from what the Giants were last year, look at what they're going to be this year.
We don't know.
He got
Overachievers.
don't.
without receivers. I won so much money off the Giants early in the year. Their defense played great. They ran the ball. They controlled the clock. If you can adapt what you want to call to your talent that you have, you can win in this league. This league is set up that way. So you can't automatically say that Eric Bieniemy, if he's given a chance to be a head coach, that he's going to be unsuccessful because he never called plays for Andy Reid.
I never
You
said
can't
that.
say that.
I
This is
never
what-
said that.
But you
Did he
saying
call plays in Minnesota?
He was a running backs coach.
But
Okay.
what you're saying is we can't assume that he will come in and be the savior. So you think we should just assume that he's going to come in and be worse than Scott Turner?
Look,
I say
don't
just
think
let
that's right.
Ron. I say just let Ron do his contract out.
Now, see, you know what?
Yeah.
Can we move on to the
Yes,
to
we
the
can.
next, the next
Can
topic
we
gotta
kick
clean
it?
up? All right.
Yeah, we need to kick him. Kick Ron.
You break something on that frail man.
Wentz was here, we're afraid. Yeah, we know.
Yeah. All right. So one of the topics that we didn't get to was we saw the 55 game by Jimmy Buckets. We had Steph go off for 50. We had Harden go off for 45. My question for you guys was, who's the next person in the NBA that's going to step up? This was what we were supposed to have after Harden's 45-point game.
Next person step up and do what? Have a big game?
The big game, or just have an outstanding game, or step outside of themselves. Maybe a guy that was averaging like 10 all of a sudden in the playoffs. Go for it.
Rui Hachimura.
Poole has not had. Poole has had moments where he flashed, but he hasn't been connecting even like he was last year. And mind you, he just got his contract. So, there was a report of him spending $500,000 on Ice Spice, the little funny looking child.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I'm saying he seems like
500. It wouldn't have $1 million.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Don.
I thought it was 50,000.
No, it was 500.
It don't matter.
It was 500. No, 50 is 50. Listen, 50,000 to them is like $100 to us. That's not a problem. But 500,000, I don't know how locked in he's been, but I think he's due to be able to step up. And if he steps up, it takes them to the next level because he's the guy to replace the Clay, just the Clays of the world for that team. So I think Poole is the guy. I think he's the guy.
Sage, you got anybody yet? Say it.
Oh, 50.
I mean, they don't have to drop 50.
Drop 50 on somebody.
They don't have to drop 50. I'm just saying the next NBA player that's going to have a big game, do something to propel their team to the next round of the playoffs, put the squad on their back.
Oh, man, I don't know. These teams have been wicky wacky, man. They've been up and down so much often. You can't really tell. Even the Bash Brothers in Golden State have had days off at the same time. So it's in between games. It's just going to be one of those. I mean, it could be anybody. It could be LeBron. It's one of those teams that's in between that's going to do it. Probably AD. I think AD is closest to doing it. In one of the games that won, they're going to need him to have another big game.
He needs a 30-20 game
to get in there. So
he needs to not get hurt.
Well, he's about due for that.
It's every game, man.
He's about due for that. So,
is he hurt or is he just inconsistent as crap? Like, you just need to not score 11 points. They showed how many shots he missed by the rim. It's just not acceptable. Go finish at the rim. How about that? Like,
he's that big and can't finish.
Whoa, pause.
Top 75.
Pause.
Oh, yeah.
Say it. Go ahead, Freeze. Say it. The thoughts and comments of Dumb Trunk Don are not expressly expressed by the First String Podcast.
Not at all. We don't condone words like that.
What?
Put together.
Don't worry about it, Don. Don't repeat yourself.
Yeah.
Don. Can't put it in the hole.
I don't know what that means.
Right. You said you pretty much said he couldn't put it in if they made the hole wider.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
At least he ain't putting mayonnaise in his coffee, man.
That was actually filthy.
That could be a reason why you drop out the first round.
Yeah, he don't make smart decisions. You put mayonnaise in coffee? Yeah, that's not a smart decision. Yeah,
let's go with this, Don. Don, who's your player in the NBA that needs to step up?
Needs to step up. I don't think about needs to step up. I think LeBron's gonna have a big game. because he always does every now and then. Like, oh yeah, let's go, guys. Because
Yeah.
AD ain't doing it. Pause.
Yeah. Yeah, let me go with Murray from Denver. I think the Joker, we all know back-to-back MVPs prior to, but I like the Joker in this position right here. I like Murray in this position right here to power them through Phoenix. I think game one, when Murray just came out and he was lights out, that was not an accident. I think that Murray is the one. So that's what we got right there. It's a Saturday. Y'all know it's an OG Classic, right?
What about Backlash?
What?
What about Backlash?
Revolt Backlash?
It's a pay-per-view on tonight.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I thought that's where you were going. I just had to make sure. Yeah. Hail to the Commanders, Bruce. All right, listen.
Fail to the
We
command.
appreciate y'all getting with us and sticking with us. Let me give y'all a little something about our Tuesday show coming up. We have former NFL wide receiver Anthony Armstrong joining us on Tuesday,
Wow.
and there will
Hey,
be
with RG3.
another.
Did he score his
There'll be-
first touchdown?
And there'll be another guest that you all have seen before here. I'm just waiting on the confirmation to say yes. So Tuesday, that's what we got. On Thursday, we have AWOD who will be joining us, and on that Thursday as well, it's suspected that the NFL schedule will be released. So you'll have live reactions from us along with AWOD. And then that'll get us to our Saturday show. And then next week, the week after that, we have rookie minicamp, and we have a big show coming up for y'all after that one. We have Coach Reggie Barlow and Seawall. So that's where we are right now. We look forward to seeing y'all on Tuesday. Stay safe.
Be
Our prayers
prosperous.
and thoughts are with Allen, Texas on today. All right. Thank you, Don.
Make memories, not excuses.
Yeah. Don will be with us again the first Saturday of the month of June.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Say it.
Always ready.
All right. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force. First String Podcast. Second to none. Come get some. Tell him, say it.
What else?
Go Dogs.
Ready for your beats? Our first song from the person.